Hi, good evening, and welcome to another Booth Brothers episode. It's episode 6 already. Can you believe it? And what an episode it's going to be. Oh my God, we have so many guests tonight. We're a little bit late, so I've got to apologise for that. But there's always a few little issues with people not having a nice connection or something. But just to let you know, we have some very special people waiting in our we've renamed it the green room, haven't we, Joey Ryan? Hello, Joey.
Hey, what's up, Mark? How's it going, buddy? Good to see you.
How you doing, mate? Joey Ryan, the man with all the buttons and the clever technology in the background, and some really good questions as well. So we're going to be hearing a lot from him. And also, look at him sitting there all cool, laid back in his cap back to front. Hello, Melina Mike.
Cool as a cucumber. How you boys doing?
Doing good. I see. Hey, I see, Mark, that Corby, one of our awesome fans there, is already saying good evening. How's it going, Corby? Guys, if you can hear us okay, if you can see us okay, let us know in the chat. We want to make sure that we're bringing you guys quality production here that you guys can see and hear well. So please do us a favor, hit us up in that chat and let us know how it's going.
Yeah, so on this week's show, I did say it was packed, and it always is a packed show. We never have enough time to get everything in that we want. And we have got tonight probably the two most famous mums in the world at the moment. We've got Skylar Woodward's mum, Deborah. She's going to be with us. And also Billy Thorpe's mum's with us as well, Amanda. Hello, girls. I cannot wait to ask you. And guess what, guys? This week I'm singing again, and I'm going to be singing. I'm going to be doing a little bit of rap. You're not the only man, Mike, that's going to be wearing a cap back to front tonight. I'm going to flip the cap round, and I'm going to be rapping. I am going to be rapping.
Oh man. And by the way, can I just translate for the folks in the United States, Mark? When you say mum, you mean mom.
I love it.
Okay,
Yeah,
moms.
No,
So
he means
moms
mom.
are
M-U.
Moms.
It's pretty perfect timing though too, right? The boys finally got announced for the World Cup of Pool, so
yeah.
I'm looking forward to hearing from them and their enthusiasm, and I'm sure they're real proud about their sons.
Hey,
They
Mike,
actually
you make it sound like it's some kind of coincidence. It's not. It's all part of the overall big plan, mate. We're clever what we're doing here.
Hey, we struck gold. The timing was perfect.
Well, we
so
certainly
there we go.
did. Go on, Joey.
Well, I was going to say, speaking of timing, there's also an event coming up. I think it's this weekend, right? The Freedom Flapper event. Is that right?
Why is it called the Freedom Flapper?
Well, that's a good question. And fortunately, we have with us Duane Zimmerman, and we're going to bring him in now. And Duane is actually the promoter for this event. So he's joining us from, I believe, Pennsylvania, right,
Hey,
Duane?
Hi guys, how are you? How are the guys at the Booth Brothers?
Yo.
Doing great. Thanks for joining us. So tell us about this. Where did this idea for the Freedom Flapper event come from? It's really clever, and we're interested in finding out more about it.
Well, I'll tell you, I have been watching Skylar and Billy since I got in the pool a few years ago. And I've watched them at the Moscone, and I watched them compete. And they've always talked about going head-to-head and how one would spot the other 130 games or this games. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool if we could get them to actually play each other in an actual match? Now, it is an exhibition, but I can tell you these guys want it more than ever. You know what I mean? And I thought, let's bring this event together, and let's call it the Freedom Flapper. These guys got some flowing mullets, and they look great, by the way. That's America, Mark. I don't know if you guys have mullets over there in England, but over here,
I
drink.
I wish we had the picture of Mark.
And we have mullet.
We're way ahead of you. We had mullets back in the 80s. Trust me, we've had mullets before. I've had a mullet in 1984. I have a mullet.
I gotta find that picture. Didn't you send me a picture of that, Mark?
I did send you a picture of it. Come on, get that mullet picture up. Mark with a mullet.
Let me find it. I gotta find it.
So, go on, Mike. You're the man for this conversation. You're the money. You're the gambling man, aren't you?
No, I think it's pretty. Duane hit the nail on the head, because although they're buddies and they're best of friends on the pool table, they're young and they're competitive, and talking a little smack goes hand in hand, and we do that pretty well here in the States. So, the one thing I like about matches like this is that it's never going to be short of having excitement in there, because they both bank the ball really well, so they're going to be firing at a lot of shots. It's going to be pretty entertaining, and not just that, but they're both just good guys, and they're going to be giving the fans a show to watch. That's for sure.
Yeah, Duane, tell us about the table, the equipment. What are they playing on out there?
Okay, so that's really interesting, because I was able to get my hands on the actual 2009 Moscone main event table. I was able to get my hands on that, and it was delivered to the Orioles. And they will be playing on the actual table where Skylar made that 4-9 combo to give USA that Moscone victory.
Costing me a fortune.
And what's cooler than that? For these guys get to come back and compete on this actual table, and I think it's going to be a heck of an event, and I'm really looking forward to it. And also, we're going to be using the black Aramith balls, and that was requested by Billy Thorpe. And we're going to use a wooden rack, and we're going to be having a racker. So, fingers crossed, you know what I mean, that's smooth, and I really believe it will. And it's going to be a great event. I'm really looking forward to it. Do you guys have any, right? Yes, do you guys have any who's your favorite for this event?
Is it Wing Ball John racking them? Is it Wing Ball John Layman?
I'm staying out of that one. I got moms on here.
Oh man. Duane, to answer your question, Sky coming off that match against Dennis, I know it was a bar table, but man, he just, I mean, what a match. That was incredible to watch. And not only that, Mark White and I actually commentated his last exhibition match, I believe, against Roberto Gomez. And that wasn't even close. Yeah. Sky just played amazing in that. And so, you had Billy, who played in the CLP, so I think he probably got some confidence from that. He went out there and faced some tough competition.
Sure.
But I'm giving the nod to Sky in this one. That's going to be my pick. What about you, Mike? What do you think?
Way to go out on a limb, pal. The guy who just beat the money game king. Oh, man, you always want to pick the favorites. No, I agree with you. And plus, Billy's still getting, loosened up with the new cue, and that takes time for anyone switching, especially switching from carbon fiber over to wood. But I think this will be a great warm-up and hopefully get them in stroke for the World Cup of Pool, which is perfect that you got these two boys signed up with, that they decided to go ahead and make the team. So I think it's great timing, and I think they'll be ready for Matchroom. So it'll be good.
Yeah,
it's almost like the perfect storm, isn't it, Joey? It's like the perfect storm. Everything happening at the same time, like this big match coming up, the World Cup of Pool, the mullets, the mums on. Everything is just all coming together. I reckon there's something in the water. I think there's something more afoot here.
Yeah, I'm interested to know, Duane, tell us a little bit about LBS Championship Pool. For you to be able to get two big names like this, you got to be doing some cool stuff. So tell me what you're up to out there.
Well, I'm really glad you asked because LBS Championship Pool starts.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Breaking up a little, Duane. Start over. Can you hear us?
Test 1, 2.
That gas station Wi-Fi sucks. Pull up the road a little bit.
Hey, Duane, if you can hear me, hit the refresh. Hit the refresh. Let's see if we can get him going again. How
exciting of a match is this going to be, though? And Mark nailed the nail on the head. It really is perfect timing. And It looks like there's a comment in the chat from Phil from Money Match and partner with Omega Mike, and he says, I made a post saying I like Billy against Sky, and 15 minutes later, Sky and Ashley texted how much they want to bet. So
I love it. I love it.
Hey, but they don't lack any heart, and I guarantee you those boys are going to be going after it. I mean, you can't turn it off. When you have guys like that, you just cannot shut off that competitive switch that they have. It's nonstop. They want to win at everything, you know.
Yeah. I'm trying to get Duane back on. I'm gonna have him refresh his browser real quick. But yeah, that's so funny. Like, how much do you want to bet? And we know with that match with Dennis, the bets were flying on the side, right, all over the rail, and that was just an exciting time. So that's what I love about it. These two guys, great friends, but they want to go after each other. They're fighting for number 2 in the United States, I think. They're along with Justin Bergman and some other top players here. They're in the conversation. They're young. They're going to be around for a long time. And so whoever wins this match, I think it's a little bit of bragging rights here.
Do you know what, guys? I think
there'll be some shit talking for sure.
I think pairing has come along just at the right time. I think it's quite a clever thing, and I'm liking it. Just when Paul needed a new character, some new excitement in the game, all of a sudden, along comes these two guys that and I know we keep going on, it's only a haircut, but it's getting people talking about the game. And now, Matchroom aren't stupid. Emily Fraser knows what she's doing. She could have had Shane Van Bonin come in with Skylar Woodward. Oh God, what's that just come up on the screen?
Oh, there's the picture. My goodness, that's what we needed.
I have to thank Jennifer Brzezinski for sending that to me. She saw me struggling, and she's like, I'm going to send you that photo.
Hold on 1 second. It's not all about me. What about Jimmy White with a mullet? Jimmy White's got a mullet as well. It's not all about me, is it?
When I saw that picture, Mark, I made the comment, why do your guys' heads look proportionally so large? Even without the mullet. It's like these tiny little bodies with these huge heads. I don't know what's going on there.
I can answer that. The reason our heads look so big is because we have massive snooker brains, Jimmy White and I. That's why our heads look so much bigger. But by the way, guys, I beat him that night.
Did you? Let's see if we can get Duane in one more time, see if we get this connection going, because I really want to hear more about LBS Championship Pool. Hey, Duane, can you hear us now?
Yes, I can hear you guys just fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's a little muffled, but go ahead and tell us about LBS Championship Pool here.
All right, guys. So I'm really glad. Started about 2.5 years ago. I have guys here doing a lot of banner about playing each other. Never seemed to happen. Everyone talks online about playing this guy or whatever. They want that weight. And I thought, let's get it going here. So, and I got it in gear, and before you know, we streamed the matches where these guys are playing for some, and I'm giving out these belts and stuff, and we're sweating these matches, and it's getting real. And now it's to the point where I go to junior events, stream some junior events. I actually sponsor 2 play Hoang. And I thought then to try to get Skylar and Billy to Pennsylvania. And that's really where it started. Like I said, it was about...
It was a really good idea to go ahead and have those guys come on and help launch what you got going on out there in Pennsylvania. You picked 2 great ambassadors for the game, 2 guys who are just fun in general and play pool at a top level.
Yeah. Duane, we're still having a little bit of problems with your audio, but look, we're going to cut you loose. We appreciate you coming on and putting on this match. We're going to make sure to promote it, get it out there so that you get as many people checking it out as possible. And thanks so much for what you're doing, and keep up the good work.
Okay, appreciate it, Joey. And I'm really looking forward to meeting you. I really want to meet Mr. Molina Mike as well.
Awesome.
What
Be out
about
there
me?
soon,
What
buddy.
about me? What about me?
Mark,
You're the
we're
first
all
guy I
done, pal. Then we'll
mentioned.
talk.
Take care, guys.
All right. See ya.
Take care.
See you, buddy. Thanks, Duane.
He doesn't want. He doesn't want to meet me. Wow, great.
Oh
You're the
man, I
first one
wish
up,
his
man.
audio would have been working a little better because I
That
really wanted to hear a little more.
audio sound like he was having a few too many, but it wasn't
Yeah,
him. It
no,
was
he
just
wasn't.
the audio lagging.
No,
Do
he
you
was
know what?
good.
I must say it's a privilege to interview Ian Hawking for the first ever time. That's what he said.
Oh, Mark.
It
That's
sounded
who
like a
that was,
robot at
right?
times,
Ian
didn't he?
Hawking.
There? Yeah, it was. That's funny. I like that one,
Oh
man.
man.
No, but listen, he's doing a great job, and it really is that with the news coming out today about Sky and Billy in the World Cup of Pool and this event coming up this weekend, it really is just the perfect storm. Everyone's talking about those two. Sky's coming off of a huge win. So there's going to be a lot of eyes watching, and I hope so, because if anyone trying to do new things for pool, and whether it's regionally or otherwise, sponsoring players, I'm all for it. So I'm behind Duane 100%.
Well said, Mike.
Agreed.
Shall we have? Do you know, for weeks now, we've been trying to. This is the 6th show. And in the first ever episode, right, we were going to do something called the top 10. Well, we never really had time for it, and we still haven't got time for it. So, what we decided to do is cut it down to a top 5, right? Now, I want you to get involved in this as well, Mike, because the top 5 that I want to talk about this week is top 5 excuses for missing a shot. Okay.
I like it.
Now,
Oh, I've heard them all.
what's the best one?
I've
What's
said
the
them all
best?
too.
Yeah. Well, tell us one that you've
They
used
walked.
then, Mike.
They walked right in front of my shot, man. When I was down the ball, he walked right in front of me.
That's one of them,
You
probably.
know,
How
that
many
is
times have
number
you used
one.
that?
That is
Yeah.
number one. That particular one. It is the number one. Joey, have you got one?
You know, yeah, somebody was talking too loud next to the table.
I can hear the being so annoyed in your voice as you go and say it. Something struck a chord there, buddy.
You know,
The
I
same-
got to tell you, I got to tell you, I'm always one that tries not to find excuses and point to those as why you lost, because you can't work on those things, right? You can't work on waitresses not distracting you. You can work on something you did wrong, and too often players at Hill are going to say, "Hey, this thing happened, and that's why I lost the match." Well, they forget about the fact that at 3-1, when they were winning and had control of the match, they missed an easy 4-ball. Right. And so that's always been something that I've tried to focus on. But at times I fall short, and I probably hit up all 5 of these things and Mark's going to read off. So we'll see.
Yeah.
What's next up?
Just looking in the chat. Ball skid is coming in. That's also in the top 10. That comes from Nate Mindham. And just while Nate's in the chat, let's just have a quick word about the Battle of the Sexes tournament that he's got going on at the moment. Nate also does a lot of great stuff for the game of pool. He puts on lots of great tournaments, and it's going on at the moment. I believe it just got to the knockout stage, which begins tomorrow. So good luck with that, Nate. Jennifer's come in with ball rolled off. Can you still hear me, Joey?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
You can still, yeah, I still hear you. Melina Mike's dropped out. Perhaps he's gone to practice a few shots or something.
He's back.
He's back again. He's back again.
5. That's what it was. I said I'm exiting out. I'm kidding. I don't know what happened.
Funny you just mentioned about somebody walking in front of the shot again. The reigning 9-ball female Thai champion, Pa Harmanapu, she actually gets her younger brother, to walk about and do all this.
Is that right?
In front of the pockets while she's playing the shots, and she rewards him with ice cream. Yeah.
To get that hyper focus, or what? Is it?
Yeah, just to get used to people doing things in front of the pocket and talking, and
That's not a bad
And
way to go and train, you know.
yeah, it sure beats the hell out of training to miss 9 balls in case you miss one during a match. You get used to the feeling.
Oh
He
my
went
It's
there.
goodness,
like
he
Hey,
went
hey
there.
guys, I don't
He
know if you're
went there.
checking out this chat here, but these are classic answers. Phil says, "Did Earl give them give the 5 answers?" The ball. Nate. I know we said the ball skid from Nate, and I gotta uh, pick on my buddy Nick De Leon, your buddy Mike. He came back from Alabama, and I asked him what happened out there. He didn't do as good as he wanted, and he said at least 4 times the ball skid on him, like 4 different matches and
He
stuff.
was
And
up like 5-2 on Dennis too, man.
I
Oh my
know he
god!
was
And then
beating
I
Dennis
was
Cercola 5.
watching that.
That was
Yeah, and he
yeah.
gave him hell, man. He had his chances, and then I think Dennis had checked his rack, and then after that the wheels fell off. But shout out to Nick. He's doing great things out there in Arizona.
Yeah, and the ball skidding is a whole nother topic we can get into one day, because there's a whole bunch of reasons that people have for why balls skid. But there you go. So, Mark, are you going to give us those top 5 or what?
Yeah, we're
Well,
missing one.
we've more or less discussed them, but I will give one more. I wasn't. There's a couple more. Like I've just changed my tip, and it wasn't playing how it
I've used that
normally
one.
plays. How long do you guys think it takes to knock a new tip in, as we say? To knock it in to get it performing to its fullest. How long does it
A good
take?
session, I think.
If it's the same tip that you were using, just a new one, not very long. If you're completely switching tips, that could be weeks. If you're going from a harder tip to a softer tip or vice versa, because you're getting different English on the ball. So for me, that can take a little while. But if you're
But
just going from, hey, I use a Kamui black medium, and you switch to another Kamui black medium, not very long.
Well, but it'll change depending on conditions too. Like, I mean, you know, you'll get glazing issues, and I mean, there's a number of different factors that can go into that.
Yeah.
okay, very very quickly, guys. What do you use? What's on your queue at the moment, Joey?
So I actually use a Kamui black medium, and
Okay.
with the little clear thing under it, and only because I think that looks cool. One day I was
I believe that.
when they first came out, I was looking at the table and I saw this guy, and I'm like, why does this have this little clear reflection behind his tip? And when I found out that's an option that you can buy, I was like, I need that.
Worst tip ever. It's off-putting. It's disgusting. It's horrible. Get rid of them. There's no need for gimmicks in pool. Stick to a Kamui Black Super Soft. That's all you need to stick on your, and you can feel
Oh no!
every
What?
single
How do
shot
you
with that.
say that's the worst tip, and then you go with Kamui again? Oh, man, come on now.
No, the
Come
clear
on now.
I was talking about. Right, let's go
Okay,
with the
okay.
last. Let's go with the last excuse I've got written down here. And I must say, this isn't the first time I've heard this. I've heard it many, many times, but not in the pool room. More than often in the bedroom. I had a headache. I wasn't feeling too well.
Not tonight.
Oh, I get that one a lot.
Yeah.
That one a lot. I like we got not drunk enough to shoot my best game. The song on the jukebox changes, the humidity, all kinds of stuff coming in from the chat, guys. We appreciate that. Keep them coming. This is all
I've
for
used them
fun,
all.
And
I've used every single one of them.
one time I do have to tell this story. One time my father was a division rep in the APA, right? And he I guess went to a meeting and they discussed disciplinary action at the meeting. And so he comes home with like a piece of paper with everything that like people had done, right? And there's, threatened to fight, all these things. And one of the things on there was some guy spit in some guy's chalk. And that guy got suspended from the league for spitting in some guy's chalk. So that's another excuse. I couldn't play well because somebody spit in my chalk. How about
I
that
don't
one?
know
Yeah,
how I would handle
that
that, man.
reminds
I
me.
wouldn't take too well with that, man, at all.
That reminds me of the great trick we used to do, getting somebody to run round the table, and they used to think that they were getting dizzy. We used to put a ball right over the pocket, get them to tell them to smash it as hard as they could. But while they were running around the table, we were doing that on his tip. So all of a sudden he's got down,
Oh
and the
man.
ball just goes everywhere. Absolutely, that was pre-COVID, by the way.
Look,
Pre-COVID.
Sonny hit the nail on the head. My girl's texting me and making upset. That's on a daily when I go shoot. My girl's putting me on tilt before I even rack the first set of balls up.
Mike, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like, oh, hon, go out. You deserve a night. Go out and shoot some pool. And as soon as you get there, you're getting texts like, did you do the dishes? What's going on? When are you coming home?
Yeah. And I'm already like, oh.
Okay, well, when you two ladies have finished talking about house chores, can we get another couple of ladies on? We have Amanda Thorpe and Deborah Woodward, the two most famous mullet mums in the world at the moment. Look at that.
Amanda.
Here they are.
I'm glad she's here.
Uh-oh. The whole time Deborah's been waiting and we just lost her. I don't know what happened. Hopefully she'll jump back in. But I think it's Amanda's fault. I think when she jumped in, she kicked out Deborah. What happened, Amanda?
I'm going to go with that.
Amanda, are you able to turn your phone and get to landscape or let's see if that'll work.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, there you go.
It's like
Boy,
art.
I tell you, this is something else.
No worries.
It doesn't matter.
We'll make it work.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you. We're just happy to have you.
Yeah, we got you in there.
I'm sorry. I'm in bed now, y'all.
You got to be comfortable.
That's a bit forward. I haven't even bought you a drink yet.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man.
I will bring the tone down. Don't worry about that. So, Amanda, let me very quickly ask you a question. When did you first know that Billy was a great pool player? When did you first recognize the talent in him?
When he just a small boy. I mean, he just had it in him. Playing, about, I don't know. He was what, 6, Bill? 6 years old, 6, 7 years old.
Is Bill there? Let me see Bill. Hello, too. Bill. Hello, Bill. Come on, Bill. Hello, Bill. He hasn't got any clothes on.
We're in the bed.
Say hello to America, Bill. Come on.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, he started hitting balls when he was probably 3 or 4 years old, and then we started taking him to all these junior events, and Billy just fell in love with the game, man.
Are we disturbing you, Bill?
Not at all. He said, "Are we disturbing you?"
Oh no.
My sister. I see my sister's back.
She's here.
I don't know what happened. You come in and I just kind of fell off.
Oh, I'm sorry, sis. That's my fault.
It's not your fault. Not your fault. I probably did something.
Oh, I tell you.
But hey, everybody.
It's been a long day. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a long day.
I hear you. I hear you.
When are you gonna tell your boys to get their bloody hair cut?
Hey, I have. But it's not happening. Now they did get a haircut today.
A trim.
They did, didn't they?
Just a trim. Oh yeah, the mullet's still there.
Yeah. They had a trim. Tell me that again.
Just trim it up here. Brilliant. A little bit. Yeah.
I wrote a song today, and it has that word in it. So thank you for that. Go on, Joey.
I was just going to say that your boys are teaming up for the big Matchroom event, but before that, they're facing off in Pennsylvania. We just had Duane Zimmerman on talking about that big match coming up between the two of them, and I want to know who's going to win. What do you think, Deborah?
Put them on the spot.
They both win.
Okay. Oh, that was
come
sweet.
on.
They're both amazing, but I have to go with Skylar. It's my baby.
What do you think, Amanda?
I'm going with Billy T.
But we'll cheer for both.
Yeah, but you know what? If Skylar wins, hats off to him. May the best mullet win.
Exactly.
I like that. May the best mullet win. I like that.
So when you guys, when your boys were growing up, I know they've been friends for a long time and, have played in the junior circuit together and everything. What was it like as parents? Did you guys kind of, hit it off right from the start and just become friends cheering on your boys?
We did.
Absolutely.
We've been friends for 15 years, something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just wish we lived closer so we could do things together. She's in Kentucky and I'm in Dayton, so it's kind of hard to do. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Work and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to see a Jack and Jill Scotch doubles between the mums and the sons. That would be a great match. Do either of you play? Do you
that.
Who
play?
plays the
Do
better
you
pool? That's
play?
what I want to know. Who plays the
Okay.
better
Yeah,
pool between y'all?
exactly.
Okay, somebody set it up. Let's do.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'd pay for that. I'd pay for that.
Sky
Are
and
you
Ashley
coming
are,
over to watch?
I was
Heck
just gonna,
yeah.
Sky and Ashley are already messaging people trying to bet on that match.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's
I
what they
love
do.
it. Oh,
Oh man. So
Brilliant.
tell me, when they play each other, though, I know in the juniors they had to play each other quite a bit. You know, they're two of the top players in the United States right now. And when you as parents are watching this, even though you're friends, are you sitting next to each other, or are you kind of on opposite sides? You know, I know you want your boy to win. I have kids. I want my kids to win, you know, but was it always like you're arm in arm kind of cheering, you know, for both of them together, or is it kind of...
Yeah.
honestly, you know what? If Scott, honestly, in my heart, like if he wins, if he beats Billy, hats off to him. I'm serious.
Mhm. And I'm the
Um,
same way about Billy.
they're
Yeah.
both they're both so good that either one can win. I mean, you know, either any game. So I don't know. They're both amazing guys. They really
Yeah.
are. So either one of them can do it. I know they can.
I'm with you. Yep, I'm with
Yep.
you.
From talking to both of them, I can both hear them from y'all. Like just the mannerisms and just the little things that y'all say. I
Yeah.
can hear your boys in y'all's
Yeah.
voice. It's the craziest thing.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
They're good boys, both of them. Very good boys.
They really are. I mean, I know. I was just going to say, I mean, I know some things happen with Billy, and that was so out of character. You know what I'm saying? And I just want people to know that that's not Billy, you know, and so I'll just leave it at that.
Let
Do you know
me
that's
ask you a
kind of
question because I'm
yeah,
a parent
go on, mate.
and we're all parents here. How do y'all handle that? Because I don't know, man. If I every year obviously the Moscone Cup happens and there's trash talking along with it, I may catch a case if it was my kid. So I'm just curious, how do y'all go and
Oh, we
We were
have.
just talking about that.
Yeah.
We have.
We literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neither one of us are shy. You know, we'll give it back to them. But just like she said, we were talking about it earlier. I'm trying to learn to calm down a bit with. There's going to be haters and there's going to be people talking. There's comments going on right now on Facebook over the World Cup of Pool and everything. It's all fine and good. Everybody's fans of others, and you know, not everybody likes my son. Not everybody likes Billy. That's okay. You know, so just we hate to see the trash talking. It's very disrespectful. It's disrespectful to us as mothers. You know, and if that was their child, they wouldn't like it either. So I try, when I start seeing negative stuff, I try to just get off of there and walk away from it anymore. Used to, I would have called them out and probably said a few choice words, and I've even private messaged
Oh, and
people.
she would, let me tell you.
You know, that's my child, you know,
I love
and
it.
he comes first, but
Mama
I
bear.
will, I'll private message you in a heartbeat. But I'm trying to calm down. So
You know, I have 3 kids. They're all playing competitive soccer. And my oldest is at a pretty high level. He's been playing for years. And he's at that point where, you know, he could break through and he could be a top player in Arizona. And so I kind of wanted to ask you guys how you were able to encourage your boys to get to such a high level. Because as a parent, you know I don't want to put too much pressure on him, but at the same time, I want to try to drive him and help him realize more than he thinks he can be right now. So
I didn't have to do much. Billy just wanted to do it. I mean, you know, wants to play. I didn't have to say much to him about, you know, playing and stuff, really. He just loves the game. Yep.
And
So
Skylar's the same way. You know, he's always
Yeah.
loved it. When he got of age and decided after 1 year of college that he didn't know what he wanted to do other than play pool. And I said, well, you do what you want to do. You chase your dreams and
right.
just go for
How
it.
many
I mean, that's the
people
only
gonna
way
say
you're
that
going to
though,
know
right?
if you can do it or not. Yeah. So
how many people get to say they're living out their dream? You know,
exactly.
So I mean that's pretty amazing that
Amazing.
them to have parents that are that supportive, and for them to be successful on that level, because there obviously there's a lot of people, you know, talking trash out there, but you know what? They're on that level that the 1% of the 1% of the people in the world will never go and get
Amen.
to. You know,
Exactly. Amen.
Yes.
I encourage all parents to just stand behind their kids, encourage them all the time, and just let them chase their dreams. If they fall, they fall. You're there to help them pick them up.
That's right.
You know. What's up, Billy Thorpe? You see, Billy's online
Well,
here.
well said, Deborah and Amanda. Very, very nice words, spoken like true mothers. But I have a really, really serious question to ask you now, and this is really, really serious. I hope you don't mind. Okay, your boys are coming round for lunch. Okay, what are you cooking them? What are they going to ask you to cook them when they come round? What's their favourite food?
Billy loves
Please tell me
burritos.
alphabeti spaghetti or something. Please tell me that. No, go on. What?
That's one of Skylar's
Billy's
favorites is spaghetti.
Chicken burritos.
Yeah, spaghetti
Okay.
or marinated pork chops, grilled marinated pork chops.
We can't forget the
See,
biscuits
I asked
and gravy.
the real questions. I asked the real penetrating questions.
Or no, he wants to go to hibachi. He comes home, he
Yeah.
wants to go to hibachi.
Oh man, I think we lost Amanda for a second.
Amanda.
Hopefully she pops back in a second. But Deborah, I'll ask you, and you know, Mark kind of brings the humor and the light side of it, but you know, I'm curious. What do you say to Sky? Like, we all as pool players have had difficult moments. You know, I'm a decent player. I'm not at their level, but I've missed straight in balls that have cost me big matches and big money. You know, when Sky calls you, and Amanda, for you, when Billy calls after like that heartbreaking moment, what's that conversation like? What do you tell him?
You know, you just got to encourage them. Just, it's okay. You can't win every time. You get it next time. Just don't give up. You know, Skylar's usually pretty good about keeping himself up. You know, you don't hardly ever see him get down anyway, you know, like hanging his head or anything. So, but I still encourage him.
I was there for the Sky and Dennis match, and I can co-sign that what Deborah's saying, and even when things got a little tense at times, or Dennis was making a run, um, Sky's just demeanor was always the same. He was just sitting there with a smile on his face, real light. I mean, and Dennis is hitting them with twos and threes, and chopping down that lead and then taking the lead. But if you were just to look at him, you would never know where he's at in the game. You wouldn't know if he's up by 20. You wouldn't know if he's down by 5, because he's the same. You know, just real light spirit. And I remember, and I was telling the guys this earlier. I think that one of the moments that really stuck with me was at the end, because whenever Sky was, and I think it was the last rack, and I look over the room, and there's Deborah like this, and it hit me as a parent, because I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be a wreck, you know, seeing him go and run out that last rack, and just I could see how important that was to you and how proud you were of your son, and it's pretty special, inspiring too.
Thank you. I think I get more nervous than he does, honestly.
I just want to jump in very, very quickly, guys. Just want to say goodbye to G Ham, who says, interviewing mothers of players. This is bleak. Bye bye. Bye. See you.
Out of here.
Love haters.
I love them.
Yeah.
Go watch something else. Go watch, I don't know, Friends or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, can you drop me out, because I need to go and get ready for my
Oh, that's right. Mark's got a little something coming up. So yeah. So I don't know if Amanda froze up again or not. Let me see if I can get her in here. Amanda, can you hear me? No, I think she froze up again. So Deborah, it's you. We're chatting with you here.
Okay.
So at what point, I think Mike asked this before, and I think Amanda might have answered, but I'm kind of curious from you. At what point did you know that Sky had something special with pool? Because I mean, as a parent, we have a pool table. My kids play pool, and there's half of me that says, go for your dreams with playing pool, and there's half of me that's like, you know,
Yeah.
let's work on engineering or, you know, mechanical engineering.
Yeah.
So at what point did it kind of hit you and you just knew he was something special with pool? What age?
Okay, this is going to really sound like a mom, but you know, I've always thought he was special. So, he started playing when he was 10, and we started taking him to like junior events and stuff. About 12, and you know, and I just thought it'd just be a thing. You know, kids playing, you can play in your garage, you're gonna play at home tournaments and stuff. But when he was 16, and he was signed up for the junior event at the ACS National Championship in Vegas. And they called us a few days before and said, the junior event's not going to happen because we've only got 3 juniors to sign up. But we've heard that Skylar plays really well. Would he want to play in the men's division? So I asked him, and Skylar says, heck yeah, it's cash money. You know, because juniors only play, you know, for prizes and, you know, scholarships and cues and stuff. So we went out there, and he played all the first day back to back from like 9 a.m. to like 10 p.m. that night, won everything, and then was made it to the finals the following day. So that following day, we were a nervous wreck all day. The finals, he walks right through it and wins it. And before he makes his very last shot, he looks all around the room at everybody and says, watch my mom when I win this. And he shot it, and he just pointed the cue at me. I just cried. You know, they're handing me towels and stuff, but I thought, you know, at that point, he could really do something with this.
Yeah.
So then from that point, he just kind of started going to bigger tournaments. And then when he was like 18, 19, started getting in more, you know, pro events and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank you for that. Amanda, while Mark's in the dressing room, hopefully you can hear me now. Can you, are you still there, Amanda? Oh, wait, here she is. There she is. Hey, Amanda, can you hear me? She's having some problems here. Bummer. Well, let's see if Mark's ready. I'm not sure. Let me bring him in here. I think he's got something special planned for you. Mark, are you there? Can you hear me, Mark?
Yo, Joey, give me a beat.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my God.
Anabolic beat.
Yo, Salon girl, I just need a trim. Joey Gray not with you? No, he at the gym. Cut the sides, don't touch the back. Set up the balls and I'll crack the rack. Yo, Sky and Billy gonna beat your bear. We gonna run packs and no longer hair. As styling these gives our upper start again. Start again, Joey. Start again.
The whole thing? Okay, hold on.
Take two. We're not live, are we? We can edit.
Yeah, we're live. We're actually live.
It's the remix here.
Yo, Salon girl, I just need a trim. Joey Gray not with you? No, he at the gym. Cut the sides, don't touch the back. Set up the balls and I'll crack the rack. Yo, Sky and Billy gonna beat you fair. We run longer packs and we got longer hair. As style and pace gives our opponents the quivers. We ain't scared of no one. We're only scared of scissors.
Oh my God, that's great.
Yo. So here's to our boys, our straight shooting sons. We're with you all the way. We're the proud mullet mums.
I love it.
That was awesome.
Good job, buddy.
Now, if Amanda gets back on,
we're hitting
you have to sing it again.
Oh, let's see. Did Amanda hear that? Amanda, did you hear that?
I pray she did. I pray.
No, we have to do it again.
She heard it. Okay.
I love
Thank God
it.
you heard that.
Oh man.
That was great.
I'm releasing it as a single on the 13th of May, so don't worry, it's coming out. It'll be in all good record shops.
That'll be the walkout song for the World Cup.
Oh yeah,
I
There you go.
that'd be great. I'm buying a CD.
That's awesome.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I messed it up first time, but you know, we all mess up, right?
You got a
That
lot of
was
heart, pal. That's all
great.
that
You know,
matters.
Mark,
You did
it's
good.
like you shot it right into the rail. You dogged it.
I dogged it. I dogged it bad. But that's what I do, right?
Oh, man.
That
Uh,
was great. I loved it.
well,
Oh,
guys, we really appreciate you guys being with
I do
us. I
too.
know,
I loved it.
especially you, Amanda. I know you got to be up at like 4 in the morning or something. So, thanks so much for joining us, and great job with your boys. They're doing great stuff out
Absolutely.
there. We're huge fans, and
It's okay.
best of luck to you guys and to them.
Thank
Go
you.
USA,
Appreciate
right?
it.
Yeah, let's see them bring home that World Cup of pool.
no,
Heck
no,
yeah.
no, 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 no.
Yes, yes, yes,
No,
yes,
no,
yes.
no, no, no.
Oh, yes.
Kelly
Yes.
and Allison. Kelly and Allison Fisher.
No, get out of here, Mark.
Yeah, get out of here.
Oh man, that was a lot of fun. I love them. They're awesome.
I just knew they would be, you know. You just know, don't you, when somebody's just, they love it, they love their sons, they love the game, and they're just so great. And everybody loves them. Well, most people, apart from that idiot that didn't like them.
Hey, Mark, you're starting a precedent here. This is 2 weeks in a row, and you've had 2 songs. I think that's got to be a regular weekly feature now. You're gonna have to outdo yourself each week.
Yeah, I'm really upset that Mike's friend, Amiga Mike, never turned up because I've heard he's a big karaoke fan. Is that right, Mike?
He is, yeah. And I was telling him when we were testing some stuff out earlier about he's had Shane in there doing karaoke, Dennis, Dodong. He's had I think Mora. He's had them all. Anyone who's come through the DFW, probably stopped at Omega Mike's house to do some karaoke. Unfortunately, for timing, we weren't able to go and get Mike on. He had hit me up a little bit after we had started, but we'll try to get him on next week. They got a big match coming up, and we'll be looking forward to talking about that. And I'm real excited. Mike does a lot of really good things for the game. But this has been great, man. Their mom, it's crazy. I can you can see why those boys are as good people as they are after talking with them.
Yeah, absolutely right. And you just mentioned next week. Next week's guest will be Joey Gray, and he's doing a lot of good stuff around America at the moment with
Oh, great.
his coaching the young kids. So Joey Gray will be on. The muscle man himself,
Does he
the
work
gym
out?
fanatic.
Does he work out?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, to be honest. We'll have to ask him. Maybe we'll make that the first question.
Yeah. Hey, even though Mike Hoang couldn't make it on, can we talk just for a second about what he's doing in terms of bringing some of these big matches to us and preview,
Sure.
I guess, what we're going to talk about next week? Because these big matches that people are seeing, and I guess there's some kind of partnership with Rackem TV, but they're amazing matches. The Dennis Sky match, the Dennis Shane match, this match coming up, which I think, Mike, was probably a reason you wanted to get him on tonight. I'll put it up now. It's the Tony Chohan Chip Compton match. It's going to be a rematch, but this time they're playing even, 50,000 in the middle. Mike, you posted a great thing today where Chohan, you said Chohan said the rail's open. People can bet what they want. And Chip replied and said the rail was open last time.
Yeah. No, I mean, Tony,
bit.
to his credit, Tony likes to bet it up, I know he was given weight last time, and credit to Chip for not being a nit and turning it down to play even after beating him the last 2, getting 9-8. I love One Pocket. Those 2 guys are exciting to go and watch. They both run balls good. They do a lot of things really, really good. And I love the title there, Top American One Pocket player. I'm sure maybe Jay Hall might have something to go and say about it, or maybe even Billy for that matter. But these 2 guys are playing, and they're playing a lot. So I think it's pretty fitting. I'm really excited for it. It's going to be at Buffalo's, which is Action Central here in the U.S. So, but yeah, no, Mike's doing great things, and Mike's putting his money where his mouth is. He's investing it into pool. He's investing it into players. Some matches are a home run, some aren't. But every one of them been entertaining, and they've all been for the fans. So they could just go play. They can just go play those matches and gamble it up on some back table, and no one would ever know. Mike goes out of his way to post matches, and whether he's putting Dennis in the grease and posting those One Pocket videos on OmegaBilliards.com Facebook page and sharing it with us all. Like I said, just little things like that we all want to see. We're all fans of the game too. So I got a lot of respect for Mike. A lot of
I want
respect.
I want to go back to one thing you said about Chip stepping up and now playing even. I mean, how many times have you seen it where a player's getting weight and they beat somebody, and then the person says, "Okay, let's play even now," and the player says no, right? I mean, that
For
can
sure.
go on for a decade where there's a player who is supposed to be better than another player, beats that other player with weight, and the other player won't step up and play him even, you know? And so for Chip to step up now, I mean, this is very recent, right? He beat Tony up. I think he beat Tony 2 times in a row, getting a ball.
Yeah.
And so now Chip's like, you know what? Let's play even. I mean, that takes a lot. And I have a lot of respect for that because there's so many guys that wouldn't do that. They just keep kind of stealing or taking that ball and having the game kind of tilted to their advantage a little bit. And the fact that Chip is willing to do this says a lot about Chip, I think.
Chip's playing good pool, man. It's hard to go and argue. And I remember whenever before this last match they played out in Dallas, I was talking with Chip, and we were going back and forth for a little bit. And one of the things he said was that Mike Tony's one of the only guys to go into Oklahoma and beat me for the money, and he's beat me twice for the money. He made, and it wasn't like he was saying it in front of Tony to give him respect. He was giving him respect when Tony wasn't there. You know, he really does go and I mean I know there's some gamesmanship there. You know, whenever they go and play pool, but at the end of the day, I think they do have a lot of respect for each other's game. And the fact that they're playing quite a bit and playing each other, um, it's going to be hard to go and bet against Chip. But Tony's open, uh, and Tony's not just saying that to go and build up a pay-per-view either. You know, if you
Right.
want to bet a substantial amount of money, he'll go and take it if you can go and post up.
Mike, I know you're going to bet Tony. I just know you, right? And you
Well,
love
I
Tony,
don't
but
know.
I tell you, Nate Minden posted in here just now. Who do we like? Who's our picks? And you know, I think this is a good time to talk about our Board Lock Picker pick of the week. Board Lock Picker is a
Yeah.
sponsor of ours. And Board Lock Picker is a YouTube channel. All you need to do is go to this YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. This guy, I knew him from Jacksonville, Florida. He's a pool player. He loves supporting pool. If we can get a bunch of people subscribing to his channel, he's going to keep supporting events like this. He supports some of the Roy's Basement events. And so each week we talk about our locks for the week. So I'm going to make this my lock of the week, and I'm going to pick Chip in this match. I'm with Nate on this one. I think that Chip, it's one pocket is such a psychological game. You know, how many times have you seen two players play and it's somebody's getting 9-6, right? And the guy getting 9-6 can't win. The guy getting the spot can't win, right? But as soon as one ball changes, like the guy's getting blown out every time, 9-1, 9-2. And as soon as one ball changes and it's like, okay, we're going to play 9-7, all of a sudden the guy now get going to 7
Yeah.
starts winning. And
Give
it's
us
like,
your lock, Joey. Give us your lock, Joey. Give us your lock, Joey.
how does that one ball make such a big difference? It's psychological. And I think right now, Chip's kind of got Tony's number. I think psychologically, Chip is playing super confident and he feels like he's going to win even. And I kind of agree with that right now. I love Tony. I love his game, but I'm going to go with Chip in this one. That's my lock, Mark. There you go. What about you, Mike? Come on.
I can't argue. And I remember whenever they played last time, after I saw them play in Oklahoma, when I was talking to a buddy of mine, like Tony's my boy, so I don't want to bet against them. But after they played in Oklahoma, I said, man, I think Chip beats him even. And then I saw him play again, giving him 9-8. And it was weird, even though it was like a close match to start off with. I think it was like 6-6 day one. It didn't feel like that. It didn't feel like, that it was a close match. It felt like Chip was in control the whole time. Now, I mean, obviously you got a little bit of a cushion when you're getting a spot like that, but I mean, Chip just grinds so great from behind in the game, and Chip was ahead a lot in games too. Um, like I've said before, I think if I'm going to go and knock Chip's game, it had been his pocketing, which I think has been worlds better over the last, 2 years. And I've bet a lot of money against Chip and have lost whenever he's played. But it's hard to go and bet against Chip. I agree with you about the mental side of it. But Tony's also, I don't think Tony gets caught up in
and that BS, for lack of a better word. Tony just shrugs it off. It's a new day. He's just a gambler, you know, and I know he'll be ready. I know he's playing a lot out there. And a credit to what you're saying about Chip. I mean, he's going into Tony's home this time.
Yeah.
You know, they've already played at Chip's home court. They played it at, I guess you can call it a neutral site. I mean, it's pretty close to Oklahoma where they played at, but it's also close to Louisiana. And now they're going to be in Buffalo. So I'll be watching. That's for sure.
Well, I'm really curious to hear Mark White's pick on this match. I know you're not a big one pocket guy, Mark. You're kind of learning it, but I want to know, because sometimes novices, people who are newer to a game, you know, sometimes they get really fortunate with their picks. So who do you got in this one, Tony Chohan or Chip Compton?
Well, my pick of the week is you guys. My lock of the week is just you guys. Your knowledge of one pocket is just second to none, and I haven't got a clue of anything about what you were talking about in the last 5 minutes. But rest assured, I am watching the chat, so I do know that you're talking some real good sense. But here is my lock of the week. Okay, now can you put that caption picture up, please?
Which one? Oh, this one?
The caption. No, the caption.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one we're looking. Oh, no, wait.
Yeah, I like this one. Check it out.
There's no mullets. This is a muddet, this one. Okay, so we had loads and loads of entries to this. And to be honest, there were some pretty good ones. There was a lot of really bad ones that we can't even mention on the show. But a couple of my favourites were Peggy Fritz said Billiards down and dirty. I thought that was kind of nice. Potato left pocket said Matthew Go. I kind of like that one.
I like that one.
Yes. Now, I will admit to slightly helping somebody with the winner, and you'll be very pleased to know, Joey, that this week the winner comes from Europe. So it is up to me to deliver the prize to them. And it's Notta Hoffman who said, I know what she meant to say, so I helped to say it kind of thing. But she said, that is a beautiful Brownswick.
All right. I'm just glad it's from Europe.
So I'm personally, as soon as lockdown is over and we're allowed, I'm going to actually fly to Germany, and I've got to make this woman some mojitos, cook her a pizza, and I'm going to give her a prize of a block of chalk, maybe some Taum.
I like it.
Perhaps.
I like it. You know, one thing I think is super cool about that photo is, you know, pool is the kind of game, it can unite people across the globe. And so my wife is from Brazil. And so when I started doing the podcast, one of the things I really wanted was someone in Brazil to follow the podcast. And I got a message last week from a guy in Brazil saying that he was following the podcast and thanks so much. And we talked about pool in Brazil and stuff. And so it's a game that kind of unites. It brings people together from all across the globe. We have our different, you know, nuances. Some people play with tighter pockets, like Brazil apparently plays with super tight pockets, like Chinese 8-ball's becoming popular down there because they're more like the snooker type of real tight rounded pockets. And so I thought that was pretty cool. And so when that happened right after you sent me that picture, Mark, so I was like, how cool,
really?
Yeah, how cool is this?
Mentioning that, can we just put that picture back up again for me quickly, Joe, if you don't mind? What size pockets do you think? What size pockets are they, Mike?
Yeah, Mike, give us your breakdown.
Which one? They all seem to be a little different there.
Well, you've heard of 3-piece slate. That looks like 24-piece sticks.
Hey, but you know what? Kudos to them. They got a lot of creativity. You know,
that's right.
You want to talk about passion for the game. You know,
I mean,
awesome
doesn't that exactly, Mike? Does that not just show you what a great game this is, played by millions all over the world in any way they possibly can, but it struggles more than most sports? How is that so? Why is it?
Well, it is worldwide, and shout out to Barry Hearn from Matchroom.
Happy retirement. Yeah.
We wouldn't be where we're at without him and everything he's done for Q Sports. So, he's a pretty special guy.
Well said, Mike. Well said.
Hey, Mark, do you want me to try to show that pre-shot routine you wanted to show?
Oh, could you? Yeah, look, you know what a stickler I am for technique and style and fundamentals. I want to know what the hell's going through this guy's mind. I want to get hold of him. I want to nail his foot to the floor.
Hold on. We got to share this one. Hold on. Here we go. You talking about this guy right here?
Just watch this. Watch the front foot. Oh, what's that all about?
I like
Oh
that.
my goodness.
What's wrong with it? You need a little rhythm on that shot. Here, let's watch it one more time.
He had a little pep in that one step.
Oh, I love that. And who else spotted the logo for the Discovery Channel on the floor, just where he's playing from?
Let's check that out one more time. Hold on.
Go back. Look, there's a Discovery Channel there. Look, right on the floor there. The little logo on the floor. Oh, here we go. No, National Geographic. Sorry, National Geographic, not Discovery.
I want to ask Joey whenever he's on here next week about that. You know, how's that kid's timing and fundamentals? And Joey does a lot of coaching, so
yeah.
Yes, that will be interesting. And Joey Ryan, just while we're on the subject of that, send me a video, please, because I want to use you as an example on next week's show, and we can get Joey Ryan and myself, and of course Melina Mike can put his 2 penneth worth in as well. I want to see what Joey Ryan and us think about your technique. So get some video to me, please.
All right. Yeah. If you guys missed it last week, I told Mark, if you guys don't know, Mark White is a coach. He's been doing it for, I think, a couple decades, right, Mark?
Yeah, more. From 1982, I started.
Yeah, and so just a little on my background, I started playing pool when I was 5 years old. I'm almost 50 now. And so for me, it was like, I just got down and did what I did. I never had coaching. I never had somebody go through my technique. And I had decent fundamentals, but I don't think I've ever had great fundamentals. So I'm playing in the Dynasty.
50? You look like you're like 15, man.
Yeah, I know. I've aged well. It's good living.
That guy we just saw in the video has got better fundamentals than you. Let me just say that.
So anyway, to that point, I'm playing in the Dynaspheres Cup at the end of the month. I'm going out to Maryland. That's where I'm from originally. And I'm going to play in that event from Billiards Sports Network. Big event. Shane's going to be out there. He's actually, Fedor was going to play him an exhibition match before, but Fedor, something happened. He couldn't get back over from Russia. So he's actually playing a really good young player named Shane Wolfert in a exhibition match. And I'm excited to see it, check it out. But the match, the actual tournament, I believe is on 7-foot tables, which, you know, with my form, I kind of break down a little on 9-foot tables. So I think I could do a little something. So I wanted to work with Mark and show him some video and kind of have him give me some pointers before I get out there. So we're going to do that for next week. And you guys are going to see what Mark was able to show me.
Well, who knows? You could be my lock for next week for that tournament.
Lock of the week. There's a lot of good players in that tournament. I was going through the player list today. A lot of good players. So it'll be interesting. My buddy,
you're playing the table, not the players. You're playing the table. Remember, the balls, not the player.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't forget to bill him for that little nugget, Mark.
I certainly will, mate. I certainly will. It's in the post.
Awesome. So, what do you think, boys? Is that all we're covering this week?
Yeah, another one in the books.
I think I need to go to bed. It's a long one today, isn't it? But it was so much fun. I honestly could go all night long. I really could. Like Lionel Richie, all night long.
Yeah. So, guys, thanks for all the chat, hitting up the chat here. We really appreciate the feedback. I saw some great comments, things that we can build on and make this show even better. We got a lot of events coming up. We're going to be talking about them on the show. As you've already seen, Mark White is one of the most creative geniuses that this game has to offer. He's going to have.
We might have to hang it up after Mark's performance. So I don't know if we can go and top it, man.
I'll tell you what, Joey, I'm also very, very not very good at mentioning people in the caption competition. I've upset somebody. I'm so sorry, Jennifer Basinski. She said, I don't even get a mention.
I think she had a good one, if I remember. What did she say?
The only one I saw of her, I could be wrong, but the only one I actually saw was her saying, I thought we were supposed to see a picture of Mark's mullet. So that could explain why I didn't mention her.
No, Jennifer, type it in real quick. What did you say? I remember it was super funny, but Mark handles those, and obviously he shirked on his duties this week. So
yeah, please tell me, because I want to know what it was. I remember something funny. Go on, tell me then, please, Jennifer. Jennifer Basinski. I hope she hasn't got the hump and gone away. She's probably gone over to the.
you know the
She's
problem,
gone.
Mark. When you put that out, I shared it from my profile. Mike probably shared it. You probably shared it. So we probably had it different feeds. So we'll have to remember that for next time to go and collect all those from the different Facebook profiles and stuff. So
She's probably already defected
hung up.
to the Queue It Up network. She's over to the
she's
Queue It
over
Up
the show
network
already.
as we speak.
Cue it up.
Our loss is Nate Minden's gain, right?
Yeah, Nate already had a drop, but he said he loves what we're doing. So I appreciate Nate for stopping by.
Thanks, Nate.
Absolutely.
Oh, she said, I said for just 17. Oh, yeah, you can sponsor a full player for just 17
Hey, that
cents
was
a
actually
day.
pretty good.
That was
Yeah,
good.
but that's why I didn't say it. I thought that was a little bit risque. No?
Oh,
was pretty
Mark.
funny.
You're so sensitive, Mark.
Anyway, you said it, not me. So my conscience is clear.
That's funny that you of all people, Mark, think that's risque.
Yeah, Mike DeShane actually. Mike DeShane wants to come on. Remember, somebody just said in the chat.
Let's get him on. Yeah, I'm actually in talks with Mike for the for a full interview on Pool Player Podcast, and I have a lot to ask him. I want to find out what's been going on with him. I think he's kind of making I want to say comeback, but not really comeback. I mean, I don't think he's lost much of his skill. We just haven't seen him out much, so I want to find out more about that. So hopefully we get him on maybe next week. We'll see.
Yeah, let's get him on next week with Joey Ryan. Sorry, with Joey Gray.
And Joey Ryan.
And Joey Ryan, you can come as well if you want. We're going to pull your game to pieces next week.
Thanks, guys. All right. Well, thanks, everyone. Really appreciate it. It's been a great show, and we look forward to talking to you guys next week. Later.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys.